At 79, Dolly Parton finally reveals why she promised it, and what comes forward is far more than a simple story or public gesture. It is a deeply personal account of commitment, resilience, and heartfelt intention that spans decades of her life and career. Because Dolly has always been celebrated for her music, philanthropy, and larger-than-life persona, yet behind the sequins, smiles, and charm lies a woman who carefully balances fame, personal values, and the emotional weight of promises made to others and to herself. And in sharing this revelation now, she admits that the promise was never about publicity or attention, but about integrity, empathy, and honoring the people, places, and causes that shape her journey, starting from her humble beginnings in Tennessee where family, community, and faith taught her the importance of keeping her word, a lesson she carried into every aspect of her life, from songwriting to business decisions to charitable efforts, knowing that a promise is more than a statement. It is a bond that defines character, and throughout her career, Dolly faced innumerable pressures to compromise, to bend expectations, or to prioritize fame over principle, yet she consistently chose the path aligned with her heart, understanding that authenticity cannot coexist with broken commitments, and this particular promise, kept for decades, symbolized not only a personal vow but a dedication to legacy, showing the world that the most meaningful achievements are measured not in awards, chart-topping hits, or public recognition, but in faithfulness to one's word. And Dolly recounts the moments of doubt, the challenges of maintaining focus, and the countless distractions that could have derailed her from honoring it, acknowledging that life on the road, the demands of the music industry, and the constant scrutiny of public attention made adherence far from easy, yet she remained steadfast, guided by a moral compass that prioritized people over image, care over convenience, and promise over performance. And at 79, reflecting on the impact of keeping it, Dolly shares that the experience has brought her profound satisfaction, a quiet pride that transcends accolades, revealing the emotional and ethical depth that has long underpinned her career, as she connects this promise to the countless ways she has worked to uplift others through literacy programs, scholarships, and charitable initiatives, proving that the act of keeping one's word can ripple far beyond the immediate moment, touching lives, inspiring hope, and creating enduring trust. And she explains that the real challenge was never making the promise but consistently aligning actions with intention over decades, navigating personal fatigue, professional pressure, and public expectation without losing sight of the commitment. And in telling the story now, Dolly emphasizes that while the world sees glamour, music, and philanthropy, the true lesson lies in discipline, conscience, and the courage to honor what one holds sacred, a standard she has maintained not for recognition but because she believes that integrity is the foundation of a life well lived, and that promises kept are far more enduring than fame or fortune. And as she reflects, she hopes her revelation will inspire others to understand that dedication, patience, and ethical consistency are forms of quiet power, that the value of a word held true far outweighs the fleeting applause of the crowd, and that keeping promises, even when inconvenient or challenging, defines legacy in ways that accomplishments alone cannot, making Dolly Parton's story at 79 not just a tale of a fulfilled vow but a masterclass in personal honor, emotional resilience, and the profound impact that a single promise, kept for decades, can have on a life, a community, and the world.